Up next, students sing a jingle that can make you jump and jive.
And a Shakespearean tragedy gets a new look.
All this and more coming up.
Frisco ISD-TV starts now.
Welcome to Frisco ISD-TV. I'm Sam Stockard.
And I'm Madi. Thanks for joining us.
In It's Elementary, my dear, Nichols Elementary has a ringtone that... Are you serious?
I'm so sorry. It's actually the Nichols ringtone you were talking about. Michaela Barnes has the story.
A new school and a fresh song has students buzzing with joy at Nichols Elementary. Music teacher Christy Barber and technology facilitator Brandon Hunter are behind the tune that brings the school together.
I wanted to use our rules, motto, and mission statement. We have the students say those every time we have Good Morning Nichols, and so I wanted to incorporate those words into the song. So after I decided on what I wanted to use for the words, then it was pretty easy to come up with the words of the song.
Miss Barber, after school started, she asked me, she said, will you help us with the song? Obviously, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I would love to. You know, I was very excited. And so she gave me the lyrics, and then, you know, started just went from there.
So he kind of came up with the accompaniment and everything to go with the song, and then from that, then I pulled out the tune for the song.
They brighten up the song by adding moves.
For the video, then what we did is we took them to the stage, and there was a certain group of the 5th graders that were going to perform at the school dedication, and so they're the ones who got to perform it on the stage.
It's fun. It's also scary sometimes when you get on stage, get nervous a little.
This is definitely a tune they can carry.
They were really excited when I showed them on the webpage. They can get it as a ringtone, they can download the video and dance anytime they want at home to it, or listen to it as well. So they were really excited about that.
I do have it on my phone. I thought that was so cool. So when Mr. Hunter came down, and he's amazing, and he said, I've got it on the website, we've got a music video, we've got a ringtone. I was like, this is just so cool. It's very special and very neat, especially I think for our elementary students.
My mom does, so when school calls, she knows it's her school. She has to pick it up.
Principal Courtney Murphy feels the song brings harmony to their school.
It's just the vision that we've all had for the school, that it's a fun place to be with high energy and positive attitudes, and the kids just loved it.
I'm Michaela Barnes for Frisco ISD-TV.
In the middle of it all, a love story that stood the test of time now has to brave the elements once more.
A love story came to life at Pioneer Heritage Middle School. Sticking true to the style of a Shakespearean performance, they held the play Romeo and Juliet outside.
In the courtyard of a castle somewhere.
It's really cool because, I mean, we have real trees and real sky, and you can really project and connect with the crowd because they're right there.
Your audience is literally right in front of you, so it makes it much more intense and much more passionate.
You get to have really cool sets and really cool lights and everything around that you couldn't have inside.
Performing a play like Romeo and Juliet, which was originally performed in the elements, I think that's what adds to it a lot. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to do it out here in the courtyard, was just to get to that old school feel, but still yet completely modernize it.
There's like no limit because it's outside and the lights can be anything you could dream.
It's probably just how ancient it is. It's just original, and it should be played outside.
We're doing a 400-year-old script. Let's do it somewhat similar to a 400-year-old way. And there's one line when Romeo says, you know, by yonder moon top, my moon, you know, and the moon's there. I mean, if you look up there, the moon's there right now. And it really, I think it helps bring the audience back to that moment and helps them believe the story even more.
Weather conditions can pose challenges, however the cast and the audience brave it all.
If we know it's going to storm, we can bail out to inside. We hope the storm passes, and then we'll come back out and keep performing.
It is very, very cold, and these black tarps like to flop around like crazy, so you have to talk really, really loud.
Cold, but it's pretty fun and windy. You have to talk loud sometimes.
Even on a night like this, it's like 57 degrees right now. The audience huddles up and they just get really close to each other and they feel like bonded to the actors, and it works out really well.
The Panther players put their own spin on the show, relating it to today's culture.
We created this kind of cyber goth world where you listen to all this really modern techno music, and at the same time they still carry around swords and daggers and everything else. And so using a lot of house music and rave music and that kind of thing, and then getting the lights and some strobe effects and crazy costumes and everything else like that, we're able to modernize the world but still use the Shakespearean language, and I think it really came together well.
The young actors can relate to the characters by their own personal experiences.
Well, we've all liked somebody before, haven't we? So
we've all felt like you would do anything for the person, and it's just kind of young, innocent love, like middle school love is.
The story's about a 13-year-old girl, and I got a 13-year-old girl to play the part. Romeo and Juliet, they go to the ultimate extreme, and that's what makes it a good story. But in and of itself, every kid has felt that. The story is about middle schoolers.
By adding their own style to the show, the cast and crew found a way to relate to the story. Having their play outside presented challenges, however also offered rewards. I'm Cameron Sines for Frisco ISD-TV.
Thanks, Cameron. Sam, do you know what career you want to go into?
Well, I plan to do this.
Me too. It's a good thing the Career Showcase took place for students looking for direction. Morgan Yarnick leads the way in higher learning.
I want to become a pediatrician.
Like a health science profession, a medical career.
Music, singing, dancing, acting.
Broadcasting and producing. The first CTE Career Showcase kicked off with hundreds of students filling the Career and Technical Education Center in search of direction to their futures.
We're here today because we really want students in Frisco ISD to understand all of the outstanding professions and professionals that are available to them. And we really want to make sure that they have an understanding of what the world of work requires educationally, professionally, character, conduct, and conversation.
Middle and high school students interacted and learned more about what it takes to be successful in a variety of professions, from athletes to superintendents or anything imaginable. These experts also shared how it goes beyond the career itself.
I'm here to be a resource for you guys. I know there are questions about some of the practical aspects of what we do and not necessarily the academia and what you have to learn and where you have to go to school. The practical aspects. What's your day like? How early do you get started? What is it like? How tough is it? Are you nervous before you go on TV? All those practical questions. I mean, I'm here to be a resource to you guys, and any questions you guys have, I'm more than willing to answer.
I'm a local artist. I live and work here in Frisco, and I love to do, as you can see, the Frisco Water Tower. You're an entrepreneur when you're an artist, and it's not only the skill to paint, but you need to know about business.
I want people to understand, or the students to understand, that there is so much more to just being an engineer. I want them to know that there are so many more types than the traditional electrical, civil, or mechanical engineer.
Everything that we do involves some aspect of the law. So, the beauty of the law profession is that for whatever the career, there's a corresponding body of law that goes with it.
And I found that being a broadcaster allowed me to evolve to other areas. So I started off as a DJ, but then I learned to be a host. I learned how to do commercials. I learned how to do news. So I've done all these things and dealt with all these different types of people. So just from being a radio personality.
How did many career choices fare with students who attended this event?
It answered some questions that I've been confused about, and I think I found my career.
I didn't know what I was going to do, but now I do.
It kept my eyes on performing arts, and I see that that's my field, and that's what I'm going to go into.
It seems like most students embraced opportunities that the showcase brought and feel that
all kids of all ages should come. It really helps in what direction you want to take, because it gives you ideas about what you could possibly do.
It gives them a good idea of what to expect and how to get to where they want to be in life.
Texas State Senator Royce West feels that the key desire from within unlocks many opportunities.
Telling them that they've got to follow their passion. They've got to figure out what their passion is. All of us already have the talents that were given to us by God. The only thing you have to do is look at Matthew and see that the master gave the servants some talents and told them to go out and develop it. Their talents will be, how should I say it, developed based on the passion that they use or display in developing those talents.
I think we're all here to just promote, encourage, and advance the cause of education. When you have a desire to know more about what you can do with high school and college education, you need to know from people who have tried it, failed it, made some adjustments, and tried again. And ultimately, with the bevy of resources that are available today, you're going to get a pretty good dose of what you can do with a college education.
We just want them to know that they have options, and it's not just about graduating high school, but it's about being prepared for the world.
I'm Morgan Yarnick for Frisco ISD-TV.
In high-tech happenings, animation students are shaping the image of math classes throughout Frisco ISD. Here's Lexi Rodriguez with more.
These students at the Career and Technical Education Center have an animated feel for developing products to benefit student learning. We were drawn to the reveal of their district project.
When we decided to start creating online courses for our students, we really wanted them to be relevant, have an intro that would excite the students. So what we thought we'd do is have students create those intros. And that made me start thinking of the CTE and working with Stacy Walker's advanced animation class and see if they'd be interested in that project.
We've not given them a ton of direction. We've just given them an idea, and they're the ones that have gone and taken it a step further and put our content or the content with what they think it looks like.
So the animation is just giving somewhat of an outline to the geometry course as to what some of the things they might learn, and it's just a way to kind of entertain the students to make them actually be somewhat more interested in it, because most people, they would think math in general is boring, but this just shows them like it can be fun, entertaining, and it just shows how it's been used throughout however long.
Their geometry video animation took time to create as they looked for ways to hold the attention of student viewers.
It took us about 7 weeks, and if we did it alone, it would take us about 40 hours.
I feel like it just like shows the kids like how geometry has been used in like every day in our everyday lives since like the beginning of history, and it's just very beneficial to, even though you don't realize it's there most of the time.
This one shows more in depth, a bit of 3D and 2D combined, and it also shows just get entertainment going.
The administrators and staff seemed pleased with their work.
And what they had done was wonderful, blew me away. I had no idea that they were capable.
It was great. They only had one visit by the coordinators, the math coordinators, and with that one visit they turned out and went all over the world to find different kind of geometric shapes like pyramids and buildings, and then they used their own geometry skills to kind of do the research about how you really find the surface area and the volume, and then they put it to music, and it is fantastic.
It's always amazing what the kind of work our students do that come in over from the Cates Center. The quality of the work is outstanding, and again, it's student created, which is probably better than the adults can do.
This project, created by students for students, brings opportunities for both the district and the animators. I'm Lexi Rodriguez for Frisco ISD-TV.
You know, it's good being the cream of the crop.
What do you mean?
Well, it might be new to you, Maddie, but it's good being the best. And here in this area, we all are. Even you. Alex Lee has a scoop on why Frisco ISD is the place to be.
When it comes to young people, Frisco ISD is one of the best, and that's a fact. America's Promise Alliance awarded 100 communities this year as the top places for children to live. A live event was streamed to all cities competing, and Frisco ISD was unveiled as a winner. This award has gained the attention of both parents and teachers, but what is it that makes Frisco so unique?
Well, that was the problem in filling out the application. Everything makes us wonderful. We are so great. It was very difficult. The application requires that you say it in very few words, and I'm a wordy person. But I think the few things that may have pushed us over the top may have been our partnership with the City of Frisco, that we do so much for young people with the City of Frisco.
Frisco is unique in that it's a small town, but yet it has grown so much in such a short amount of time. But people still work together, know each other. The city works with the school district works with the city. All the volunteer organizations in the city are just incredible.
One Voice, the KEYS program, and Frisco Family Services are only a few of the volunteer organizations that work to help families be successful.
I was able to put together 65 women who are able to and want to give $100 every quarter to someone in need in Frisco.
I think our ability to work together makes Frisco ISD and the City of Frisco and our surrounding cities of Little Elm, Plano, and McKinney just make this whole area shine. If you cannot work with your neighbor, how can you accomplish anything?
Outside of being named one of the top 100 best communities for young people, this honor came with added benefits.
We get a $2,500 grant, which we have not decided how it's going to be dispersed. We can use it to support any program that's within that helps young people and that we mentioned in our application. So we're going to have to look at how we use that amount of money at its best advantage. We get 2 street signs that will be displayed in Frisco somewhere, and we get a trophy. And if the trophy is already here, they mailed that to us.
This is a very special award that we just received. It really puts Frisco on the map, but it's something that we who live here know and have known that this place is very special all along.
I'm Alex Lee for Frisco ISD-TV.
Well, that's it for this edition of Frisco ISD-TV.
Join us next time when we start seeing in double vision.
And find out why this school year is a little less chilly. I'm Sam Stockard.
And I'm Madi Eggers. Thanks for watching.